Okay. Hello, everybody. Here we are. Um, okay, so we are going just to continue working on the piece that we started yesterday. It was a piece, a track just based on the Chronicles of Narnia soundtrack, that kind of music. So the first thing we are going to do is just listening to what we had. I just didn't work any further here. Hola, Joris. Nice to see you here, man. And okay, just basically, I just didn't work anything. I didn't work more on this track. I was busy working on other things, and first thing we are going to do is just listen to what we did yesterday so we can continue. I think I'm going to mute the piano sketch we had here for the final part because I think we continued working on it around here maybe. So I'm going just to mute that so we can listen to what we did exactly. So let's go with it. Okay, let's go. Okay, so that's the place where we left it yesterday, and today let's see what we had in the piano sketch, because I just don't remember about it. I'm going to unmute this. This is the final part we worked yesterday. I don't like that. I mean, I maybe like how it continues. So this is... So this is B flat major. Wait. I prefer that. Which I think is not what I do, right? No, yeah. By the way, Joris, can you listen to everything well? Or is it any problem like we had the other day? What did I do before? So I like that. In any case, I'm going just to leave this piano sketch and I'm just going to duplicate it, mute this, so we don't need to lose what we had yesterday, the idea of yesterday, and we can compare maybe later what's working better. But I think I like more this continuation. So it's like, okay, I'm going to put the piano sketch so you can see what I play. Hello, Natapak. Nice to see you here too. Can you listen to everything well, or is it any problem in the audio? Okay, so I think I like more this continuation of the track. What do you think, guys? This is the new one. of course, a piano sketch. We need to do this with orchestra. And this would be the next. But maybe here we can just modulate to a new key or something, just to make it more impressive. No, just we don't need to be in D minor constantly, you know. This is just the second idea. And the previous one, I mean the idea we had from the other day, from yesterday, was this. This is the same. I think I prefer the new one because it's like more. It has more interesting things going on. It's a bit longer, but it works. I think it's more interesting. Probably just if we can. Probably after this kind of sound, we want something higher, just to create some kind of contrast. So I'm thinking maybe of flutes for the melody, and maybe we can just go with children choir also instead of the main choir that we were using. Let's go first of all with the flutes. So yeah, you are looking at my. Actually, we didn't use woodwinds at all, only for the soloists. So maybe we just can find something for them later when we have the full track well structured. So let's go with flutes for the melody. I'm going just to put here the piano sketch for reference, and let's go with this. This is the flutes, 2 flutes. Maybe there, or maybe. I think flutes work better. They're higher. So let's go with it. Yeah, I think there is the place. So maybe we just can change also them. I think actually what we had, what I think that can be done with a glockenspiel, maybe, because yeah. No. I think these are the chords I used. Let's record that, you know. Sorry. So let's record. My God, I was talking about doing that with a glockenspiel. So where do I have a glockenspiel? Here. Or maybe at Celesta. So maybe at Celesta is better. We can just try and see. So I'm going just to put here the flute melody for the reference, and we can go with the Celesta. Celesta, I don't know how to say in English that instrument name. Celesta. So let's go with it. Okay, maybe this is just too high, everything. I'm not sure how the Celesta will work one octave lower. Better, I think. And maybe we can just also work with the harp, just to add some lower frequencies too, and just to continue, because we had harp before. Actually, the harp was just arpeggiated. Yeah, so we can just maybe continue with that kind of arpeggios, just to join the two parts, you know, the one we were doing yesterday and the new one that we are going to create, just to continue the melody. So let's continue with the harp too. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going just to put this and the flutes as reference. So let's go. I made a mistake. Okay, let's go. No worries, Joris. No worries. Just get safe home. Just pay attention to the road, you know. Okay, so let's quantize that a bit, just. And I think we just did this in the second harp patch that we created yesterday for the glissandi, if you remember. So I think we can maybe try to use the arba, legato, girls, sopranos, just to help the harp, the flutes with the melody. So yeah, I like that. I think it's going to be interesting just to use that with the flutes. So this is the flutes, melody for reference, and we are going to just to double this maybe one octave lower in the keyboard with a girl soprano from library from children choir Arba by Stress Up. So let's go with that. Yeah, I like that. I think that works pretty well. So I think what can we do there also is just use the Mark III. You know, I like using Mark III when I have this kind of changes in the chords, in the harmony, like something kind of magical or something like that, like we have in that final chords. I think is the not the final, but the previous one to the final one. This. Yeah. That one. And you know, I think no. I think we need to tweak that a bit. Okay, so maybe I'm just thinking just to add some kind of color to that melody, we can add a solo horn also, which is smaller than the four horns that we were using before, if I'm not wrong. We were using 4 or 6. I'm not sure about how many horns that's the Cinebrass Sonore library. I don't remember how many horns are there, but this one is going to sound sweeter, a bit sweeter, mellow, more mellow. So I think it's better for this kind of passage. Okay, so let's go with the melody again, the flutes as reference, and let's record this with the horns, but 2 octaves lower. I think that's going to be beautiful. Okay, 1 second, please. 1 second, I have a call in the phone. 1 second. Dime. Wait, sorry. I don't know what. One second. Give me a few minutes, please. I will be back in a moment. I'm sorry, I just got a call. Also, you know, it was stupid call, so anyway. Okay, so we can maybe sorry, I'm not sure if you are. Okay, so I think we are. Okay, I'm back. So I just don't know what we were doing. I think we just recorded the choir, maybe? No, the horn, maybe? Yeah. Okay, I think we can modulate now. We can go to G minor. This is kind of so this is just a melody for reference in D minor. Okay, so I just don't know what did I do. Okay. I'm just yeah, that would be the same thing, but in G minor instead of D minor. So I think it's going to work, unless the main melody needs to work there. So, okay, we are going just to get the piano sketch. Just, I don't know, maybe, yeah, I think we can just remove the idea, because it's not going to work as well as this one, I think. And, okay, we are just going to record this new idea in the piano sketch, and then we will see how we just make it work with the orchestra, okay? So I was just improvising a bit. What? Okay. So we have an idea for continuing what we have, and I'm just considering just make it bigger. Let me check what. Okay, this is going to be kind of disappointing because if you listen to the original one, it's much better. So, okay, the Chronicles, and of course we still need lots of work to do here, but okay, let me. I think it's. This is beautiful, really beautiful. Okay, so he has. Right here. Okay. I just don't want to listen. Usually, I would be listening so much often the reference, but I just don't want to do that so much here, just in case I do something wrong with the copyrights. Because of course I'm not doing this to get the video monetized or anything. I think actually I can't do that until I have I don't know many more subscribers. So I'm not worried at all about that, but I just don't want to do anything wrong with the copyright. So just in that case, I just prefer not to listen to the reference so much. Okay, so I think we can just go with this idea a bit later and do something in the middle that, yeah, maybe something that plays after listening to the reference, it's like not so repetitive, even when it repeats constantly the same idea, and actually their main melody is just like same 4 chords and then modulation, same 4 chords, and then just changes. But and we have more variation in that way, but he has different structure, I think, at some point. So, okay. We can go with something like that, maybe. So something like we come from this point. we can just hint the main melody there, I think, and it's going to be beautiful. So something like that. Oh my god. Yeah, I think I like it. Let's record the piano sketch there. 2, 3, 4. I forgot. So I did. You know, I want to finish this in D major because I want to go to G minor later. So G major is the 5th. So it's going to be smoother transition later. But I'm just trying to find a way to make it work. Going to D major, yes. So if we are going to do this. We can use the secondary dominant of D major, which would be this. I don't know how to say that concept in English, but you know, when you use, instead of the 5th degree of a chord, you used another one that works in the same way, which would be this one. Instead of doing, for example, you can do, and it's the same, pretty similar effect. And because we are in this position in the keyboard, I don't know if you can see better now the piano. It's just easier just to get to that point than using the dominant of D major. So okay, let me actually show, maybe you can see what I mean much better in the piano. Okay, we just came from this point when the children choir just ended, which is F major, okay? And we are going now to C minor and G minor. Then we go to this in English. This is called D flat major, I think. D flat major, yes. And we go to, again, how this is called in English, A flat major, and then we go to E flat minor. You know, I'm sorry because I'm not used to call the chords in English. I always do that in Spanish, so I always need to think what's the name of the chords in English. And I usually confuse flat with sharp. Sharp is like sostenido in Spanish, and flat is bemol. So and we just play the melody here. B major, F sharp major, B flat minor, and after this I just want to get to the D major, D major. But of course I can do that. Doesn't sound natural at all. Yeah, sorry, Joris. But yeah, I always confuse these names in English, so I need to think about that. So you know, I know what I'm doing in the keyboard, but I don't know how to call it in English. So kind of that thing. I'm sorry in advance for that. I basically I'm here, and I want to go here, because then I want to repeat the main melody in G minor. So it's pretty good if we can go from this point. Also, of course, we could do just what I was telling. Instead of the major, we can use maybe so let's see what's easier if we are here. Not sure. Okay, let's play this in context. So okay, but this so I just don't like that, you know. I don't know if you are following what I mean, or if I didn't explain it correctly, but basically I just want to go from, in the end I want to go from this chord that I think you can see here, and I want to go from this point to this point, but of course making it have sense with what we were playing, which was this. It's too drastical, maybe. So I was thinking of doing. So sorry. You know, this is something I'm not sure what to do. Okay. It might be a bit too drastical, I think. I'm not sure. What do you think? So we would be doing this. I don't know. Da-da-da. Maybe if we orchestrate it correctly, we can make it work. Let's try. We can always change it later if not. So I'm going just to record the piano sketch. Okay, so. Okay, and we already know what to do there. Hola, Luis. Hi, Luis. Hope you are doing well. We are just here fighting with the track we started yesterday, and I was just thinking how to continue that. So we did basically this. We just finished here. This is where we were yesterday. This is new. And I wanted to continue there with the main melody and full orchestra this time, so make it much bigger and with counterpoints and things like that, much more complex than yesterday. But I'm not completely happy with the transition to the main melody again. But we will see. Maybe I'm confident about a good orchestration making that work. I think we can make it work that way. Okay, so let's mute this. And now we need to think about what instruments to use here. And I think we can go with strings, but smaller. Actually, we didn't do that yesterday, but we should just double this, I think. As we were talking other times, I love the way these libraries work together, so let's listen to it. Um, Wait, I just saw messages. Sketch bring me Final Fantasy vibes. Sounds amazing. Mm, I guess that's the part I just don't like completely, but yes, it's that kind of fantasy sound, I guess. That kind of fantasy harmonies and I love that kind of music usually, but okay, I it doesn't mean I like everything. Mm, I don't know. I'm not 100% happy with that area in the end, but we will see. Or you mean in the things what that we already have orchestrated with the choirs and things like that? If you mean more like the piano sketch part from the of the new part we are going to work right now on, uh, that's the one I just don't really love. But and thank you so much, Natapak. I am happy to know you are enjoying this track. Yeah, I think it's beautiful one, and we are going to make it work in the end, I guess. So I was going to record the violins for this part, new part first of all, but then I want to change to the cello because in the repetition of the main melody, okay, the new one. So okay, the one we are going to create now, right? The one we have the piano sketch. I was saying that I want to use the violins first because then I want to change to the cello, and the reason is just because the repetition of the melody, I just wanted to sound super big, and to sound super big I need the violins again there. So if we just come from violins, the new melody is not going to be as impactful as if we were using the cello just before. So I don't know. It's like change of in the timbre of the. No, Joris, this is not for a movie. It's for just a project. I think it's video game. They didn't just let me know clearly, so they just told me there is plenty of time. So I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what's going on with this track. I'm just going to send it to a client I have, but I'm not completely sure of the use they are going to give to this yet. So it's weird. I know. I usually know what's the project I'm going to compose the music for. So, but no, I don't think this is a film, because usually a film is different. They give you an edit or just a script or something that you can base the music in, and this is not the case here. They just told me the reference. They wanted something like this. I have it here, the Chronicles of Narnia. They wanted something like that, and this is like kind of music I love. So I just enjoy doing these things, and that's all. Okay, so violins, I said. Okay. Okay, let's record. I just reduced the volume of the piano sketch so it doesn't become annoying when recording the violins. Let's go with the violins. Sorry, I just see messages when I start little Nazar car from nowhere. I think I don't know that piece, so but I will check it for sure. So but these harmonies, the changes in the harmony like are pretty common. Like um, that's maybe the weirdest one, but the rest are pretty common, I think. Like I don't know, you can listen to these things in many different pieces. Melody, I just don't know the piece you are talking about, so or at least I just don't know by that name. Maybe I know it, but I just don't relate it with the name you just said to Samarkand. Mm, no, not sure, honestly. But yes, it might be coincidence, or maybe I know the piece and just in my subconscient, I I just thinking about that. I'm not sure, honestly. Okay, let's record the violins. Let's try this time. So, dun, dun, dun. So we are. Okay, I think I know where we are. Let's go. Yeah, no, I'm not worried at all. Actually, I like when you just recommend some tracks or you talk about other tracks because I don't know, I always love discovering new music. Actually, I think you told me yesterday that you were going to share a track, so feel free to share it. So I will listen to it. Maybe I don't know, after the when we finish this track, I can just listen to that. If you want, of course, you just don't need to do that if you don't feel like doing it, Luis. So just if you want, okay. Let's go. I think I just okay. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. As I don't really know the track, I'm not sure, but yeah, I guess. Uh, okay. So I think we okay. After this point, we can just continue with the telly because there is a change in the melody we have here, and it's going to be better just to create contrast when the main melody repeats in G minor. Uh, yeah, of course, I know the composer, but I just don't know the name of the track, or at least I just don't relate it. We'll listen to that for sure. But yes. Okay, let's continue with Chelly. We said Chelly. Chelly. Um. Okay. Okay, I was just trying because, you know, I just don't want to tell it just to start here, right? Like they were in silence and then... No, I just want them to be accompaniment, doing some kind of accompaniment to the violin's melody. And then when the violins just kind of fade out, just we just bring the melody to the cello. So they are like a bit in the background and then they go in first plane. Let's go. Okay, so yeah, sorry. Let's go. Something like that, maybe. And of course, we need to to add lots of things there, right? But yeah, I think this is going to be interesting. So let's record the violins. I don't know if you get the idea of what I mean. Sorry, I just started. Okay, let's go. Something like that. Of course, these are the second violins. So the first ones are going to be one octave higher. So, okay, sorry. So let's just copy paste because they are going to work same way. Okay, let's copy paste here and let's just put them one octave higher. But okay, these are the first violins, and I just want to be doubling the second ones one octave higher, but in the main melody, I mean. So this is going to be let me check one thing. Okay. Yeah, so these are the second violins. I want this to be there and there, I think. Yeah, something like that. Let's see how this sounds. So we have all the violins here, and then when we repeat the main melody, we just have the first violins one octave over the second one. So let's see how this works. What's happening here? What's happening? This is weird. Doesn't it sound weird to you? I'm thinking, what can be happening here? This is not normal, you know, when I double this, because they are panning subtly different, so they shouldn't be sounding this way. It sounds weird, right? Let's mute one of them. Let's see what happens. Okay, so the second ones are sounding correctly. Let's see the first ones. Okay, it's when they double each other here. This is super weird. Okay, I'm going just to record them again, so maybe I don't know, but this is really weird. Okay, I had something there, something weird there. So these are the first violins. Okay, we're going just to record the same thing here, and then this same thing, but one octave lower than this one. So let's record the second ones. I think now it's better. Yeah, now it sounds good. And I think the basses are going just to... Let me check what we will have. Yeah, let's record the basses. Okay, now it sounds a bit weird in general because we still need to add lots of things here. But I think it's going to be interesting. Yeah. Let's record now the violas there, okay? Sometimes I just forget the chords I played. So yeah. There is a mistake there. At some point there. Okay, so let's double this. Here, for example, okay. So, and here. This is loading the violins, I think. So, we can maybe just go back to what this area and let's listen to everything. something else doubling the telly because they sound weak. They sound like they need more power there. So let's record also the horns, especially just doubling the telly when they get the melody. Luis, do you mean the children choir maybe? I think we had these ones in the beginning. Why is this? Oh, I know what's happening again. You know, I always forget about these things. I just. Okay, so for example, around there. This choir is by ATO and it's Liberi's choir. It's a contact library instrument, and yeah, and you know, it's really beautiful. I mostly use it for sustains. It has other things, but I especially like the sound for this kind of pads. It's kind of angelical, I don't know. And the other choir we were using in the children was the Arba by stress upsampling with this one, which is a children choir, and we are using the girl soprano doing and legato, and just they activated the overlap, so they sound like. It's beautiful. This choir is super beautiful. And then we had the Wotan for the main choir, and we are using the basses, I think, which in low dynamics sound like. Yeah, I agree. You know, children choir is really nice for that kind of sound of angelical sound, super soft, emotional passages. I also love them. I tend to use them quite a lot, actually. Okay, so, and actually I was thinking of using them again here. When the celli are playing in this part, in this area we had here, maybe doubling the celli. We can try. I just didn't want to take away lots of focus on the celli, but maybe we can make it work. We will see. Let's see. So. Yeah, we can make it work if we play the correct notes, I guess. If not, it's going to be difficult. Let's see. What's happening? Also, it's not reacting correctly. I don't know. So we are playing. That would be the. We're playing something wrong here, which is... Okay. What's wrong here, man? What am I playing wrong? Okay, no. Yeah, okay. I was just recording over another thing that was mistake, that had some mistake, so I'm sorry. Let's go back to the telly part and... Wait, another call. Sorry, no, I'm not going to take it this time. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening today, but I have the phone I just hate sometimes the phone. I try to be not too paying attention to it a lot, but sometimes it's calling all the time and it's quite annoying. And also, I have the camera here in the phone, so when they call me, it just disappears. So yeah, I know it's not important that you see this, but I think it makes it cooler. I don't know. Like you can see I'm playing and these things, I don't know. It's like more natural maybe. I don't know. Anyway. Let's go with this. Go here. Okay, you know what I want here? I want something doing counterpoint, So for that I'm going to use these horns. I have here horns and I'm going to use the legato because they sound super big. So I think it's going to be good just to break into the melody. So we have dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's try to improvise something there. So I am sorry, I just didn't tell you which horns. I showed you, but it's just Tom Holkenborg's brass by Orchestral Tools. These were the Yankee XL brass before, time ago. Then they changed the name when they released a percussion. So, just if you are curious about this. it sounds amazing, you know, for big brass sound, it sounds really big. So, and actually you can buy the instrument separately. You don't need to buy the complete library. Also, of course, it's more expensive if you buy separate instruments, but it allows you just to get whatever you think you are going to use. So you don't need to buy things that you are probably not going to use at all. So, okay, let's try record something interesting for the counterpoint in the horns when we have the main melody. So let's just improvise first of all. Okay. Okay, there were something. So that's interesting, I think. Let's continue with. Okay. I'm going just to call this correctly. Wait. This. So, what else? I think. I'm going just to save the project, you know, because as I told you in other projects, I often have problems with Cineperk by Cinesamples when I activate this instrument and also this one. It's like the logic crashes with that. So look, let's try. Okay, it worked too. And it also happens to me sometimes with this that is activated and also with that. So it's great. We have everything activated and no problems involved. So great. Okay, so I think we can just start making this sound more like crescendo here. So I'm going to record here when the melody repeats. I'm going to record timpani rolls just to make that kind of percussion crescendo to that point. So timpani now. Starting to sound better, I think. Let's go with the suspended cymbals. And I'm going just to record them when, at least in the first timpani roll, just when the melody starts, which is we can also just bounce into this, but I think it's not going to show as good as I think. You see, it's like a long tail and you don't really detect where is the climax of the sound, so maybe there, I'm not sure. Just listen. Let's listen to this. Yeah, it sounds like more around that point. Okay, so let's go now with the Piatti crash. You know, I just want typical in the moment where the melody starts. So that. Okay, just not too. Not sure, but about this one, about this second one, but it's okay. The first two ones, maybe we can also add some lower percussion, something like bass drum. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. And maybe we can just also add tubular bells, like at that point exactly. It also usually helps. So let's go with tubular bells. Okay. And what else can we add here? High bit overnight, just understanding. I think the audio from your is very low compared to your though. Okay. Yeah, it might be, you know, I'm using here OBEs and okay, I can maybe tweak that. I don't know if you listen to me better now, Ricardo. I just increase the volume in the interface because on OBEs I have it already in the highest level, and I don't want it to clip either. So just let me know if you can listen to the microphone better when you can, of course. Okay, so if this volume is better, I can just leave it here. Okay, so perfect. Awesome. Okay, so I was going just to add maybe some brass here, tuba, in the bass frequencies. Here. Okay, there is something I just don't like here. That is this. I think with the first Piatti crash we are okay. Second one is probably going to work better if we just use timpani rolls. So that's the tuba. Let's record now the trombones. You know, when we add choir here, this is going to sound really big. Okay, let's record the trombones there too. And of course the trombones that I'm using are the ones we used yesterday. Cinebrass, these ones. Sounds really, really beautiful. What else? Okay, we have the horns here, so if we want to be realistic, we would just add more horns, but we can add trumpets, maybe legato in the melody, just to make this sound bigger, you know. So I'm going just to double the melody with trumpets from Cinebrass Sonore. Let's go with that, okay. Okay. Now is the turn of the choir, I think, which is going to make this sound super big, I think. So let's load here the Wotan performance patch by stress of sampling. This one, this has already the syllables selected, but you can just select which ones do you want. So okay, and the order they sing is da, da, then they go here, then repeat. Okay, no, not important. It's just, I'm just going to play sustains here, and just, I'm not going to care a lot about voicing or anything like that, because I just want it to sound big. So, and as I said yesterday, usually if I have to record something, it's when I care more about voicing and everything. Here I just try to keep it realistic, but not get obsessed with these things, you know. If it sounds good, it sounds good. So let's record the Wotan. Yeah, it sounds. I like this kind of sounds at least. Let's add the female choir, which are going just to play basically the same thing. Something like that. So, okay, let's see what this is. What the choir, the main choir, sang. Now we go with the female one. There's something wrong there. I don't know. Okay, so let's listen to where we were yesterday and the new things we did today. Okay, so that's what we have so far, and I don't know, what do you think? We should finish the piece here, or we should continue a bit more? I mean, finish the piece here, we should just... Yeah, it sounds big, Luis. Really, really big. You know, the choir adds a lot of power to everything. And actually, we can make it even bigger if we double the melody with a women choir, maybe. Let's try that. Let's try that. So if we just go here, just for reference, let's record again the melody with the female choir, but now legato, like if part of the choir were doing that. So okay, I need to... Okay, we are in the correct place. So but as you see, we are clipping in the choir stem, which is not really a problem because I tweak these things before exporting the final stems, but just in case. Okay, no, not a problem. Okay, so let's go now and work in the woodwinds. We need just to copy. I'm going to copy. I'm not really worried about this. The violins. Yeah, in the flutes, okay, and I want them to be, yeah, and probably also in the first oboe. We're just going to do the same thing, so just copy that, but probably here in the first oboe I'm going just to okay. Okay, probably I'm just going to make this one octave lower, and in the flutes, no, that's fine in the flutes, I think. Okay, in the flutes we have a problem with this note. This is not in the register. I was just thinking about that. Let's make this one octave higher in the flutes, and that's all. So we just basically... And yeah, of course, if you know... and Appassionata by Spitfire Audio. I think it's written this way. Maybe I just double some characters for free. But yeah, if you go to... Let me search for the link so you can check them better. Actually, they have some offers now, I think, because of Black Friday. You know, I just don't want to check any... yeah, I just doubled the T. I just don't want to check any offers because I'm going to buy something that I don't need but I like. So it's always better just to not check it. You have the link there if you want to check it, Joris. But yeah, the string sounds amazing when you just join these 3 libraries. They sound really, really beautiful. Okay, so what is the second oboe going to do? Probably we just can double the violas, but 1 octave higher, because I see the violas are just playing too low in the register. What do I think? I have that library, but honestly, I just don't use it, Ricardo. You see, I have it here. I bought it a couple of years ago, I think. And wait, okay, it's easier if going to be chamber strings. This one you mean, right? Actually, I like the library for things like flautando and this kind of articulation. It sounds beautiful. In the ensemble. It sounds super beautiful. It sounds beautiful, but I just think, you know, I prefer other libraries in everything, you know, like I get better legatos with these three other libraries together. I have better shorts with some other libraries, and it's like, yeah, I don't miss them, you know. It's a beautiful library in any case, and it works nice, but I think today you have better options. But that's my opinion, of course. And it was a wonderful library when it was out, I think. But maybe now you have better options. But in any case, it's a good one. So if you are thinking of buying this, you're probably not going to be wrong with it. I think it's still quite expensive though. And yes, Joris, I agree. I think these three libraries just for the strings, they blend really well, really well. So for example, you know, I have some problems when I put the solo thing. It's like super slow, and it only happens with this template. I don't know why. But just listening to the strings standalone, without anything else, they sound really beautiful. These are just the strings. You see, it's super slow. Okay, so, and now it works well. Okay, I'm just putting the contrabasses in the Cinematic Studio strings 1 octave higher, because this library is written like it sounds just like it would be written in a real orchestra. You know, the basses are written in the same. I mean, they sound 1 octave lower than they are written in the score. So this library is programmed that way, while the other ones are just programmed that they sound in the place where you play in the keyboard. So this one is different. It's like you need to write this one 1 octave higher than the sound you want. So like you would write for the real instrument, actually. So this is old orchestra. With the woodwinds. Okay, let's work with the clarinets. I think we can just double also the violas just to make it faster, you know. And I just don't feel I need to add more information there around that point. So these are the clarinets. Which is just okay. Yeah, I think we are fine there. And maybe the bassoons we can just play some chords just to add some kind of density to the sound. So let's see. So okay, let's remember the chords. It was C minor. I think I remember what I did. I think. Yeah, I think so. Let's record that. Okay, so I'm going just to put here the violins for reference, and let's record the bassoons. Okay, you know, I'm not worrying about parallel fifths and things like that. I did. Okay, yeah, I know what I'm doing now. I think. Now we need to tweak things. Okay. Okay, so these are the two bassoons. What else? I think I'm going to listen to the full piece just to get an idea of what's going on. I know what to do now. that's what we have so far. I feel like I need some glissanding the harp, and we just did it yesterday manually, let's call that way. But I think today we can just add one pre-recorded one, so just before the main melody repeats in the end. So if we just go here, okay, so yeah, just before here. So let's play G minor there. That's one thing to do, and now I think we would find interesting just to use the piano like we did here in this previous part where we were doing so. I think we can repeat that in the G minor part. Maybe there. I don't know. Let's try. So this is the choir in the melody, main melody. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so dun, 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 dun. It's hard to listen to it at that point, but that would be hard in a real orchestra too, because many things going on there, and piano is what it is, you know. So let's double that with harp. And maybe also Celesta that we used before is here. Let's try. You know, there are things that are going to be fixed in the mix later, but I just wanted to do something now because I'm detecting some kind of distortion there. Listen, this is going to clip for sure. So I'm going just to do something that I guess many people would send me to the jail directly, but honestly, I don't care. I'm going just to select everything, completely everything in the project, all the different instruments, groups, everything. And whenever it wants, we are just going just to reduce the volume overall. And I don't know in other DLW things, but in other software, but in Logic it respects the relative volume that you had. So it means that it's going to sound with less volume but same balance, which is not bad for the composition process. At least it works to me. The only fader I don't select is the stereo out. Okay, so now it's going to sound just wait. Now it's going just to sound smaller, but not smaller, but lower volume. So I hope that we don't listen to distortion now. Okay, so I don't know, what do you think? We should just continue this or just end the track there? What do you think? We are already 2 minutes and a half more or less. So I think maybe we can just continue with something. We are like yeah, I think so, that we need now something much more smaller, much smaller. So yeah, the quiet and then the end. Yeah, I agree. I want something like that too, I think, Luis. I think that's a good option. So let me just find the... We came from this. This is the climax of the track, like... I'm just trying. So, okay. Yes, yes, Joris. I think we all think the same at this point. So, okay, so if we are, we came from this. how would you end it? I mean, something sad or something happier, like hope, or like that. Okay, I like that, I think. So, that would be like hope, I think. And if we change this last chord, and we played instead of that one, we could play F minor. That would be sadder, more sad, but yeah, I like more of this. I think it's more interesting. So okay, so we need big contrast here, I think. What about solo horn there, or an English horn as we had before, maybe? Actually, the English horn, I don't remember who was the one suggesting it. I think it was Joris. I like that. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, let's try. Okay, so I'm going just to record the English horn, just trying to do something with the English horn. Okay, but maybe one octave higher, everything. I think I know what I'm going to do, and it's just, hello, Mr. Rewatch. Happy to see you here. We are just finishing the track we started yesterday. Hopefully, we finish it in a few minutes. So, okay, I'm going just to record the first part with the English horn because it's higher in the register, and the second one I'm going just to record it with the oboe but one octave higher, so everything is more in the correct pitch, I think. Let's see. Now oboe. Na, 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 na. Okay. So okay, and I just loaded the solo oboe by Orchestral Tools, the expansion of the Berlin Woodwinds, and I'm going just to change this reverb, and I'm going just to use the one we were using, which is this one, Valhalla Room. So yeah, something like that. Okay, let's go back. I'm going just to reduce the volume also of the piano sketch, and I'm going just to record the oboe here. Oh, Mr. Railroad, look, I'm going just to show you what we did today if you want, and also because it's going to be good just to get an idea of what's going on. So we had this as the last part yesterday. We just left it here, so we just created everything here. Let's see. This is what we had yesterday. We have something sounding here. This. And why are these guys sounding? You know, this library sometimes gives some problems, but I think I have. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, that's something I can tweak later, if not in the mix. You know, when I bounce to audio, I just can cut and fade out, and that's all. Okay, so I think we just need something maybe to make the transition, because maybe not doing it directly from the climax to this final part is not going to work. It's like big silence there. Like silence? No, come on. Okay, let's just finish this part first, and then we can see what to do there. I'm going to record the oboe. I'm not sure if it's too long. They need to breathe. Yes, the English horn is the same library, Joris. Is Berlin Woodwinds soloist expansion from the orchestral tools, and this is the contact version, because when I bought this library, it wasn't still the for Sign, but now they have it in Sign, and honestly, I just prefer the sound of. I think it's the same sound, but I just prefer using Contact. I'm not a big fan of this engine, to be honest. Although it's much better than when they released it. But yeah, it's this one solo English horn. It has more cymbals. Yeah, we can try that. Yes, we've used that also. Not cymbals directly, but pretty similar. Like you mean this, right? Yes. Let's see. Maybe it works. But maybe we need to add it earlier. What do you think? Maybe I was just thinking of Tam Tam, where we just had a Piatti cross before that I just removed. Sorry, I was just talking about the English horn library and I wasn't showing it. As I'm not used to do this often, I just forget about the screen you are just looking at. So this is the library for the English horn, Joris. It's, as I said, it's Berlin Woodwind Soloist, one of the expansions, because they had two. And I'm using just the Contact library because, I don't know, I'm used to it. But they released the Sign Player 1, I don't know, 1 year ago, or maybe a bit more, a couple of years ago. And it's this one. And you have here a bit more options for the legato and sustains and things like that. But it's basically the same, I think. Same samples, and it sounds amazing. It sounds really, really beautiful. And I was thinking of Tam Tam to put in the climax. Let's see. Okay. To put here, maybe. Anyway, I'm just getting annoyed by the trombones doing that. So what I'm going to do is just to automate it, because I'm not going to use them anymore, so I can just do this. And that's all. I think it's the end there. And the Mark III, it's not natural there, I think. There is something missing there, I think. It's like it just stops quite drastically before it continues. Anyway, we can see what to do. Maybe glissandi in the harp, I don't know. Yeah, there is something there I just don't like. I don't know if it's. Mm, I don't know what is. Okay, let's try to make them. We can just make it less loud. And if we want to make them shorter, we can just make it. Maybe a bit better. Anyway, I'm going just to record, so now the harp for the last part, because maybe we can just do something there. I'm just thinking. Yeah, it's better, but still I'm not completely happy with that. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay. Let's mute the piano. Okay, I think I'm going just to attack Lisandi. High to low. You mean yes? I think I know what you mean. Okay, yeah, I'm going to try that now. Just maybe. I don't know. Just let me tweak this a bit. Maybe, I don't know. The Mark III. Okay. Maybe that, you mean? So it would be something like that, I think. And I think we can also just use high strings because I think we can use these things, which is from the same library of the harp. You know, it's Symphonic Sphere by Orchestral Tools also, and it sounds this way. Or actually, I think it was Ricardo asking before about timbre strings. We can go with flotando. So I'm going just to timbre strings here. And I'm not going just to complicate it too much, so I think I'm going to use the flotando. These things. So I just don't remember the chords, what I was playing. Okay, this is the piano sketch. Okay, so we still would have a couple of voices just to add on. Okay. Victor, how do you do it with the room microphones from the libraries and the reverb? Do you use the closed microphones only, or depends, you know. I just found that there are many people just worried about that, about just using maybe closed microphones only in all their libraries so they can avoid the sound of the rooms, especially if they are using different developers or libraries that are recorded in different places. But honestly, okay, it's true that I use most of the things I use are from orchestral tools, except the long strings like legato and these things. But and the brass, that is also I use a lot of thin samples, but it's just something I just don't really worry about so much. In any case, I try to when I work, this is not mixed at all, you know, this is just the template, and as you saw yesterday, I just don't have a pre-mixed in the template, but once I finish this, I just bounced everything to audio. Like, you know, in Logic you have this option here, you just call it exportar, and all the patches as audio files, and I just save that in a folder and I bring it to a new blank project. So I just work with audio, and there I just apply a EQ for each individual instrument, each individual sound. I try to clean everything just to make it sound without resonances, and that everything can be heard easily. And once I have that clean, like I've applied EQs to everything that I feel it needed, I start just making it blend. Oh yeah, sorry about the piano roll. I'm sorry about that, you know. I forget about the screen because I have 3 screens here and a TV there, so it's like I keep looking at what I'm looking. I just forget about what I'm showing in the so I'm sorry about that. So yeah, I was talking about the microphones and reverb, and so, you know, once I have the mix, I don't worry too much about that. I just don't. I usually actually use default microphones, usually, not always, depending on how these ones work. And of course, if the library is not too wet, if it's too wet, like too river, I try just to use, if not closed microphones, sometimes a combination that gives me a drier sound. But I'm not obsessed with that, and just when I find the mix is sounding nicely, just to make it everything like recorded in the same place, I just in the master bus I try to add, okay, once I have the mastering chain almost finished, I try to add some kind of reverb, something like this, for example, but just super, super, super small amount of that. Or you can send it in a bus if you want, and just something like that. And actually, for example, I go with presets like this, wide stereo hall, but I tweak, of course, this and different things here until I find everything it's sounding beautiful together, like natural, and that's how I found it. That works nicely to me, but like I'm not obsessed, and I try to make it sound well in the mix. So I'm not really worried about different libraries being recorded in different places, as long as, of course, it's not too noticeable. Like, I don't know, there are libraries, for example, I think this one here. Okay, I'm going just to try to load it so you can see how it sounds directly from the box. I think it's this one. Look at the horns legato. This sounds super wet. It's beautiful, but it's too wet for me, so I maybe just try to add some, maybe just a combination. I just try to tweak these things, the room, maybe the close. I can play just with different microphones, and the sound changes so much when you play with the. That's maybe too much of this. That's probably better, just a bit better. But it's like, yeah, of course this is the default one, I think. In any case, I just try to make the mix as a whole just sound beautiful, and that's something I usually get just using EQ, like, I don't know, horns. Usually I just cut there, I add something. In these frequencies it usually gives some problems, so I try just to reduce when I feel. Okay, in this case, if you listen these resonances, I try to remove all the resonances that I find annoying, and this, for example. So once I do these things with all the instruments and everything is blending together quite nicely, and all these things, I just go to the Buzzmaster and just try to insert reverb, but small amount, as I said before. So this usually makes everything blends a bit better, like if they were recorded in the same hall. So I don't know, because even if you just use libraries from the same developer, same hall, same room, they were recorded separately. So usually a real orchestra is recorded with all the people playing together. So like BBC, maybe libraries like the BBC by Orchestral Tools, by Spitfire Audio, sorry. Maybe these libraries are more interesting for this kind of things, but I'm not really. I don't give that lots of importance, Ricardo. I think it's, yeah, you can take it in account, but if the final result sounds nice to you, why worrying about that? I think, don't you think? So, Luis, I suck at mixing well. I just play Compose about 1 month, so okay, this needs more time, Luis, if you want to sound better. It's normal that if you are just doing this for 1 month, mm, you still feel like there is lots of things to learn, because probably that's true. Everyone needs to learn a lot constantly. This is like a never ending game. You need to be learning constantly, working hard constantly. But beautiful thing of this also is that you know, there are lots of things to get to learn still. So it's like, and also when you see you are improving, um, and you are learning many things, and you are sounding much better than you were sounding 1 year ago or 2 years ago, that's super rewarding to me, at least. So I guess that's kind of motivation also for keep working hard and just improving. So I don't know. In any case, all these things, also about the microphones things, and are just my opinion. Okay, so I'm not saying this is the only way or the best or even the best way. It's the way I do it. So it works for me, but it doesn't mean it's going to work for other people. Each one is one world here, and I think that in music, especially, yeah, in music in general, I think it's not important how you do things, as long as you get them work. So there is no one or two correct ways of doing something. I think there are many different ways to make something work. So as long as you find a way to make things work for you, you are in the correct path, I think. So, okay, let's continue, because I think we should finish this today already. So, okay. No, no problem, man. This is just, as I said, my opinion and the way it works for me. But actually, you usually ask me pretty good questions, like things that most of people at some point are asking also. So it's nice always. I know people that prefer just using only one developer libraries in order just to use samples that were recorded in the same room, because they say that helps them a lot with the mix. That's fine if that's the way they work and it works for them and they get nice results with that. That's fine. I just prefer to use different developers and different libraries, that I don't know, it's like I get covered more things. To me it works, but maybe someone else just prefer the other thing because they get better results that way. I just found that I get better results using the best libraries for each thing, to me, I mean. So I think that's something personal. No, not a big problem, at least not. I just didn't find it that way. I think it's more important just to know mixing techniques and to have your ear educated. That's much more important than actually using same developer libraries, I think, in order to achieve a coherent sound in the room. I don't know. Anyway, okay, I just want to record here. This is the chamber strings flautando the ensemble patch. So I want to add some yeah, of course, always showing your piece with people is important. Of course, your friends are going to enjoy that because they know you and they probably just didn't hear anything from you before, so they might be surprised when you show something you created from nothing. But something that helped me a lot and still keeps me helping. It still keeps helping me. I mean, it's just showing that to people that I know are going just to find mistakes and things that I could improve. And I like when they tell me these things because, yeah, of course, that's the way to improve. When someone else that knows what uh, you are doing, because they usually do it too. Someone like other composers or someone like that at a similar level than you, or of course if they are better than you at that point, it's even better. But at least someone close to you that can give you some suggestions or just tell you didn't get it correctly here or there. That's really useful because that's the way to improve, I think. You can then analyze it and go back, understand what they mean, how you could make that better, and in the next piece you just try to apply all of these things, and that's the way to improve a lot. So, okay, let's go with this, the flautando. Okay, I was distracted because we had the reverb and the metronome. The click was sounding like with reverb, so it was weird. Let's record them. This. Okay, this is just completely crazy. Like we have, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, yeah, we could achieve that with DVC and things like that, but it's fine, I just want to end this to finish. I think I just miss a bit more of low frequencies in the end, like here. Okay. This is the ensemble, so I'm going just to reinforce the low frequencies. Okay, I just recorded basses. Also, I think the oboe is kind of losing. That's something we could fix in the mix just using compression, but I think we can also do it here. Because, okay, so I'm going just to load a compressor, just this one, for example, the Logic one, and I'm going just to put this as a loop. I think it's a bit better. Do you recommend must-have online trainings for mockups? You know, I just did one small course, and it was super small, from Evenant. So I'm not, you know, I don't know if I can recommend that or not. To me, it wasn't useful, but you know, it was pretty basic one, and it was years ago, and I don't know how they are right now. It's also similar to everything. It's like, do you recommend this or that? Usually, I think most of things depend on each person, but for example, to me, it worked much better just. Okay, I'm classical trained, okay, but in conservatories, at least here in Spain where I live, they don't teach you how to use these things, how to create mockups. They don't help you in that way, because I'm sure most of the teachers don't know how to do that here. They know lots of theory about music, and they know many things in that way, but not the practical way of creating music today, or one of them at least, because there are people that create music writing directly in the score, and that's completely fine, and actually it allows you to do many more things than in a mockup, but you don't need it's completely different, okay? So they don't use it, they don't show you how to use DAW. So what worked for me in that way was just private teachers. So I was studying with Mattia Chiappa, which maybe you know him, because he has a big YouTube channel. Mattia, wait, I will show you. I will text you the name of because he offers just private classes. This guy offers online classes, or at least he offered that in the past, and I just took like a few of classes with him, but you know, I already knew how to do this, and I learned most of the things just working on it, like spending a long time working on this on my own, like watching lots of videos in YouTube, lots of people just streaming, composing in live, like I'm doing here right now. I watched thousands, maybe it's too much, but hundreds for sure of videos of that, like Daniel James, Rick Helberg. I'm sorry if I pronounced not correctly the surname of that guy, but wait, Daniel James and Dirk. I think I just spelled correctly the Dirk surname, but you know, these guys do lots of things like this, and they have thousands of followers, and I learned a lot from these guys in terms of you know, doing mockups and learning how to use these things. But most of things I learned was on my own and watching these guys, you know. But then once I had a level that I thought would be enough, I just asked Mattia Chiappa to just to have a few classes with him, and especially about orchestration, and I learned a lot, honestly, from him. So yeah, it's not bad. You can, of course, just do these courses, and I'm sure you will learn something. I don't know, it depends also on the level you have right now, I guess, and what's the level of these courses, but I think it's about just finding the correct way to learn for you. And I totally recommend classes with Mattia Chiappa, and of course watching the streaming videos that Daniel James and Dirk Herbert just offer for free. Also, Mattia has Patreon, and I think it was 5 or 6 euros per month, something like that, and you got access to lots of material, like exclusive videos and MIDI files and scores and it was interesting, and not pretty expensive. So I was Patreon for a long time, and I enjoyed that. So I recommend that. Thanks for sharing it. My wife is calling for attention. Okay, I'm sure that's much better than watching this for 3 hours or more. I don't know how many times we are already here. So just enjoy, Joris, and let's see you in another one. Okay, I'm going just to finish this here, and hopefully we just can finish the piece, and I will mix it, and I will share with you all once it's ready if you want. Okay, so actually I think it's finished. Let's listen to everything together. Okay, so we have that. No problem, Joris. I'm happy to know you just enjoyed it, and thank you for being here again. As the rest, Ricardo, Mr. Riroch, Luis. Mm, it's a pleasure for me just to have you all here and talk to you, because can be really, really lonely. So having people around is always much more not a pack to. It's always more interesting, So I'm happy to be composing with you all here. So that's what we have. I think I will probably just tweak some things, add some details. I think here we had some problems with the woodwinds at some point, but maybe around here. But it's about dynamics and things like that, so that's something just easy to tweak, and I will probably just get the audios of all of these things, all of each individual instrument, and we'll mix the track and we'll share with you once it's ready. If you want, I will probably upload it here so you can check it if you want. So we've been already 3 hours here today, so maybe we can just stop here. And okay, I will show you probably. I'm not sure when it's going to be possible for me just to get online, because I need to work on some things that I can't really share the process, unfortunately, because of the clients are not happy with that, so they want to keep it private until it's released. But I don't know, next time also I have to show you a library, vocal library, that I think yesterday or 2 days ago I just talk about it. Wait, this is just the, and it's just this thing here, which is the a library a friend of mine just released, and she told me that she was just trying to upload it to different places just so people can use it, can buy it and use it. I think it's going to be not too expensive at all, and the quality is pretty good. She's called Tina Ross, if you want to check her. She's a singer and also a composer, but different kind of music than the one we are doing here, but she's pretty good at what she does and she sings pretty well. And she just released this library, which is thought for cinematic uses most of all. And I think it's pretty interesting, you know, if you just want to check it. It's about phrases, pre-recorded phrases. She recorded dry with sound effects already, different keys and different tempos, and it's quite interesting. So probably next time I will be able just to create one track using this library. So you can also see how this works, and I will also let you know the links, so if you find it interesting and you want to get it, I don't know, maybe I just don't know the prices, but it's not going to be expensive, I guess. So maybe it's useful for you and pretty unique, because she's not famous, so I guess not many people might be using these sounds at first, at least. So it's always a plus, just to add some originality to your work. And I don't know, I think we can just check this next time once she lets me know the links, so you can check it out too. So it was nice to be here again, as I said before. Nice to see you all, and I hope to see you in the next one. Okay, so have a good day and compose lots of music. And Mr. Rewrote, just get up and go to Evan, and you need to study, come on. Okay, jokes apart, see you in the next one. Okay, bye.